Feral Druids are in shambles today. They were recently buffed last week to become one of the most powerful classes in the game. They were actually simming to technically be the single highest DPS class in single target at the end of ICC. So they were gonna be the Giga Chads of Wrath of the Lich King, and nobody really saw that fully coming. But with the changes that happened today, there was a hotfix that has already gone live that has nerfed them back to a place where they were before, a little bit stronger still than they were before, and a lot more of a fluid playstyle still. So we're gonna kind of break that all down really quickly for you guys. Okay, first of all, if you didn't know, the changes that happened last week were that Omen of Clarity will always proc on Feral Fairy Fire now. This is meaning that Feral Druids didn't have to shift out of form from cat form or go into bear form in the middle of their actual DPS rotation, because whenever they would use all of their energy, it would still regain that energy when they were out of feral form or out of cat form, meaning bear weaving was the main playstyle if you wanted to do more damage. Also, what you could do when you had no energy, just think of it like a rogue that's used all of their energy and can't use any attacks. You used to be able to switch out of form and then buff with Mark of the Wild, or Gift of the Wild is what you actually need, the entire raid, which would then proc Omen of Clarity, allowing you to go back into cat form and have a free cast, basically a clear cast of whatever your next ability is. And because of this change, Ferals were simming ridiculously high. They were simming to be the highest DPS spec in single target, like I mentioned earlier, in the end of the game. And this is actually an early sim. This isn't even the correct one. They were able to get like 400 to 600 more DPS out of a 3-minute fight. This is for reference, a Fury Warrior in full Shadowmourne, and even using the items that are out in Ruby Sanctum, so trinkets and stuff from Ruby Sanctum, just to try to eke out more DPS. So Fury Warriors are still a little bit behind them. The changes that happened today to Feral Druid is that there is a talent called Naturalist. This is a talent in the Restoration tree that gives you 5% physical damage you're seeing here. The change though is that this used to be 10%. If I go to Wowhead, the talent calculator, or even on the Sims still, you'll see that it actually should give you 10%. So 2% per actual skill point that you put in here was what we were having beforehand. So this is a raw 5% damage nerf to all physical attacks. And not only is this just a DPS decrease for those feral kitties, but this means all of your bear druids, your off tanks, are doing 5% less damage, as well as that translates a little bit to having a little more of a struggle with threat. And the huge change here is to PvP. Feral druids were really strong in PvP already, but having 5% less damage is a huge nerf to the class. They're gonna take a huge hit from this. So just seeing that a static 5% was reduced, and this was actually just noticed on the live realms. Now Wowhead has reported it, and I'm sure we'll get a Blizzard post about it soon, but this hotfix has gone live. I'm even playing on EU, where you can see that it is also already live. So if you had re-rolled to Feral Druid already, or were planning to go back to your Feral, just take a note of this change. So before Sims are updated, just to do a quick breakdown of how much of a change of DPS you're gonna see. Obviously it should be like a flat 5%, but if you want to check for yourself how much DPS you're going to be losing from this change, you can just try going down to 2 points into Naturalist. You'll be missing 1%, but it will bring you down to a pretty generalized idea of where you're going to be for this. In a 3-minute fight, you're losing about 270 to 300 DPS. That will be obviously exponential as we move forward into the later phases, especially ICC, where we were seeing people apparently from the Sims losing about 600 to a little bit more DPS is what I was reported. 600 to 800 is what it's looking like, and we'll have to figure out exactly what everything will be like, but I'm sure the Sims will be updated later today with these changes. I know the Feral Druid Discord is up in arms about this, and this is a huge change that kind of happened unannounced, so we'll see what happens for the future. Just stay tuned, guys. Like and subscribe if you want me to obviously cover what's going to happen next, but we might see some more changes in the game right now. It seems like there's a lot going on. If you like this or if you hate this, let me know in the comments, or if there was some sort of other fix we can kind of have, let me know in the comments. But good luck to you all out there. Good luck to all Feral Druids, and I'll see you all on the next one.